Thank you so much, and it's such a pleasure and such an honor to be here. And as you heard, I'm a pediatrician, so I'm aware that I'm probably talking to people who know a lot more than I do about many of the subjects that I'm talking about, having to do with young children and books and reading. But I will talk to you a little bit about what I talk about when I talk to doctors, and also a little bit about what I've learned as a pediatrician who got her training in medical school and in residency, as I have ventured into this world of books, early literacy skills, young children and parents, and a little bit about why I think it's essential that people who work in the healthcare area with young children take those steps, learn this, and help our worlds join. Here's the medical disclosure. I'm not going to discuss any off-label medications. But here's my real first slide. And to be honest, I put this slide in the first time I was asked to talk about books and reading at Grand Rounds at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, an incredibly august and scientific institution of pediatrics. And I said I can't give Grand Rounds on children's literature. They're going to be expecting membrane transport slides and all things biochemical, and they said, no, we're really interested in primary care. And I was totally terrified. And I thought, well, I'm gonna, nail my flag to the mast. I'm gonna go up there and say I'm going to keep this rooted in the literature, and I'm going to show this slide. And I said, and this will not impress you, but actually it does work very well with medical audiences. I usually start by saying, I'm going to begin this talk with a test. And everybody sits up straight because we like tests. And then I say, in the great green room there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. Good. And then I say, but that's not the test. The test is, at what age does a child who's been read to begin to do what you just did? Fill in the word at the end of the sentence in a familiar rhyme. If you, who are reading, stop and let your voice drift up the way mine did. How early does that happen?
As soon as they can
One,
talk.
as soon as they can talk, before the second birthday, 15 months, 18 months. It's why it's not going to intimidate you, but it actually works quite well with senior specialists in nephrology. Because they know they should know it, but they don't always. Okay, so, and I start this way to make a couple of points, which you know, but I'll make them anyway. That when I talk about early reading, early literacy skills, I'm not actually talking about who is reading at grade level in high school or by high school graduation, although there's implications for that. I'm not even talking about who's on grade level at 4th grade, though it has implications. And I'm not even talking about who is school ready, as we say, at the age of 5, although we'll get there. What I'm talking about is predictable, testable, cognitive differences between children who've grown up exposed to books, which we can see, as somebody said, as soon as they're talking, which we can see before the second birthday, that there are skills and predictable cognitive, developmental, early literacy things happening before the second birthday, so that when I'm talking about differences and discrepancies between children who've grown up with books and reading and children who haven't, I'm talking about the gaps that you know are there before the second birthday, and that tragically and terribly just get wider as those children grow and come closer and closer to going to school and learning to read. And so what we're talking about here is what happens truly early, and what I'm trying to, I reach out and read, what we're trying to do in pediatrics is get the doctors, the nurse practitioners who are working with those families during the early years of life to think about what it means for young children to handle books, to learn about books, for their parents to have the chance to read to them.